Hey, Dale. I noticed your lawn's getting a little high.
Shut the fuck up, nigga! Every night! If I hear you make a mistake in your language, it's just certain shit I pick up on where I'm like, okay, I know what I could say to outsmart you. All right. Me, I just try to smarten people up by something that I worked for, something that I coined. Phrases and roast and everything I came up with through my soul, my likeliness, and you would know if I supposedly cried every stream because your hair's sucking my dick because your life sucks. I give you something to do, yet you're going to complain about it. The ideology behind that. You said it's 2021, we can edit videos? Do you know how to loop? Do you know how to work CGI? No, you don't. Crispy ass nigga. All you know how to do is been sitting in this motherfucker since 2017 trying to garnish attention from me every goddamn fucking stream. You dumbass nigga. Too much thinking? Well, I mean, it would require too much thinking for you to get out of your black ass hood that you're in. But you're still stuck in the ghetto eating bags of cereal and top ramen with combustions of meats, calling it spaghetti. So don't come at a scholar about too much thinking, black ass nigga. Don't come at a scholar.
No.
Yet you're still sexually attracted to me, because why else would you do it if you wasn't? I mean, look at me, I'm a specimen. I understand that. But all of that's oblivious, because regardless. You said you heard they have a collection of alien corpses on Mars that they have to retrieve, hence why we keep going back to Mars. There's a lot of secret shit we don't know about. The reason why they don't tell us these things is because they want to keep us intact with things like religion. Like I told you, that vaccine is the next evolution of humans. All you scary ass niggas not getting the vaccine, you're the problem. Like I said, when we get powers, don't get jealous and start trying to shoot us with bazookas and shit because we can fly and do telekinesis, pyrokinesis, chirokinesis.
Cryokinesis.
Everything. Like I said, all right. Like I said, the people that took the vaccine, if we're the ones that get the X-Men powers and you lame ass niggas are still stuck as humans, don't be trying to shoot grenades at us and shit like that because we could teleport, have telekinesis, do all these weird ass powers and shit. You guys are gonna be the ones that's fucked.
What?
I'm just saying, like, if you can afford it, you should be able to get that reptile vaccine that allows you to live an extra 100 if you want. Like, of course we gotta tax you for living an extra 100 years, obviously.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So my form of Christianity is not fucking praise the Lord Jesus, all that type of shit. It's based in the form of science. I call it Christianized science. There's parts of your brain you can shut off. Remember, the human mind is very powerful. You're in control of all of your cognitive soul. There's parts of your brain you can shut off. If you want to be depressed, then basically you're allowing your cognitive to defeat you. Yeah, evolution is false because humans have not, there's been no evolutional jump AD or BC. What, we got a little bit more, we don't die off common colds and polio no more? That's it? But no, there is no such thing as human evolution. The vaccine is human evolution. Like if humans were really, if we were really developing genetically on an evolutionary state, we would start, a lot of us would want maybe 3 dicks, 2 dicks.
Yo, is this person fucking retarded? I'm not trying to be a dick. Like I really can't tell. Like I know some people are gonna be like, oh, it's obvious. I honestly have no idea. So
like I said, the human body is so fucking precise and so carefully, scientifically made. You'd have to be a fool not to believe otherwise. I mean, just look at your nut sacks. Like, that's proof alone. Like I said, the human body is so fucking precise and so carefully, scientifically made. I mean, just look at your nut sacks. Like, that's proof alone. Man, the fact that there's so many languages on Earth, that's how you know like different types of extraterrestrials hopped all over the globe and taught language. That doesn't make sense. Why does it say chapter 11 for? Shit, I even think mermaids exist, honestly. So did this nigga not basically do a whole documentary trying to allude to my life, where he thought that I worked all types of shit? When you pull some shit like that, you're alluding to a nigga's personal life. You're basically putting somebody's safety at risk, you bitch. Personal shit that you have no idea what you're even talking about. You're trying to allude to my personal life. You're allowing niggas to think that it's okay to try to pry into my personal life. Matter of fact, I didn't quit. I practiced my free will. Four species, huh? Alright, I'm gonna copy and paste that shit real quick. I watched something on Ancient Aliens where they were talking about this, like all the conspiracies about the moon, and it all made sense. This nigga gonna pull up some Mass Effect characters. I'm gonna time your ass out. You was straight lame for that shit. That's probably why you niggas got guts and got fucked up looking physiques, eating nasty ass combustions and shit. Cause she had one of them flabby, big old woman asses, but I said, fuck it. Slid in between them hot ass cheeks. It was just so wet and gooey, I couldn't even feel the friction, you know, Tempur-Pedic on my dick. But I kept stroking and fucking. Exactly. Final boss. It's about time somebody mentioned the God gene. Angels, fallen and casted out angels, were fucking human women creating giants. That's where height and human species comes from.
Are made of tungsten and molybdenum, while the largest of
Maybe according to bring L's. All right, so look, let me tell you guys why speaking on the Holocaust is forbidden and speaking on slavery is not. I got one word for you. Well, actually, two words. Documentation. Documentation. What happened with the Holocaust is documented. Therefore, if it's documented, you have people that actually survived that could tell you stories. What black person do you know is alive today that could tell you about slavery? There's no stories. Like, slavery is taboo. Holocaust, I'm not going to say slavery didn't happen, but Holocaust, like, we know what happened. It was tragic. It was genocide. That's why you can't speak on it. Slavery is like, it's not really documented like that. It's all taboo in a sense. Slavery is low-key taboo. You can't speak on actual genocide from people that wrote books. There's not one surviving slavery individual that wrote a book on what happened. It's all hearsay. It's all taboo stories. Stories around a campfire type shit. That's what I'm saying. It's unwritten. It's unwritten to the point where it could seem true. The closest you're gonna get to any type of story that has something to do like that is Emmett Till. Slavery wasn't documented enough. If it was, we wouldn't be able to speak on it. It'd be forbidden. We know people. We know blacks. You know, we know what happened we know what happened, but it wasn't like, you know. Honestly, I feel like slaves low-key had it better. I feel like the early stages of slavery was bad, but I feel like as it progressed, I mean, they had us in BBC parties and everything. That's how light-skinned blacks got created. So you know why? The thing is, you know, you got blacks angry at, you know, the Europeans and Spaniards for slavery, correct? But at the same time, I hope those people that are mad don't have a girlfriend of a different or a wife of a different ethnicity. Because the only reason you're fucking somebody from a different ethnicity, right, is because of slavery. Look, let me tell you the worst things I heard about slavery. The worst things I heard about slavery is castrating BBCs, decapitations of hands and limbs for not doing the correct amount of work. That actually was happening in Africa, by the way.
You're college educated, right?
Yeah, of course. I got 2 degrees.
Okay. So when
I'm a scholar.
when I was talking, can I ask you a question? If you're saying that, you know what, black women are just problematic in relationships, why do black men have a 200% divorce rate with white women and other groups of women?
Because they think the grass is greener on the other side. So I think that a marriage also is just a contract. I also don't believe that marriage is actually something that helps a relationship. I think honestly it hurts it. It adds dexterities to the relationship. As soon as we sign that contract, it's about finance. It's about tying everything together. So from that point on, you're fucking up the relationship. As soon as we sign that contract, it's no more serendipity. It's literally paperwork. So what is a marriage? It's literally a contract. Multiple trolls banned. Okay. My guy's telling me I'm trash at a fighting game through an app, through something you had to download and extort files and all this kind of shit. It means nothing to me. Your life is trash. That's what it means. That should mean something to you. The only 2 people on Earth I believe are bi are Sonic Fox and Lil Nas X.
Round 1.
Just busting in the doll just ends up having all this dry ass nut. Over time, it's a calculation of dry nut inside of him. Lagging ass nigga. Get the fuck out of my lobby, nigga. You lagging all over the place too. Reset your router, you fucking living at home ass.
User settings. It's a little cogwheel in the lower left part of the program. Give you a few seconds to look for it. User settings in the bottom left. You're going to click that cog. Once you've located it, you've clicked it, you're going to scroll down to voice and video.
All right, so I exited. I came back.
Or not, like I got to close the program. So like on the little toolbar on the bottom right click and then left click exit. Because if you just close the window or whatever, minimize it, it might not
Sure.
Oh no, wait. Oh my god, hold on. Wait, bring back the Discord window. Hold on. Show me the Discord window again. Okay, on the bottom left, the microphone has a red slash through it. You're muted on Discord. That was the issue.
All right, are we good?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's up?
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
Atheism, it literally scientifically makes no sense. It's just easy for people to say atheism, that's all. It makes no sense scientifically to be an atheist. If you're an atheist, that means you also don't believe in technology. Yeah, that's my thing though. If you're an atheist, you don't believe in science and you don't believe in technology. So what the fuck you doing using a computer? Why are you on a phone? Like, if you're an atheist, be a full-blown atheist. Don't have no technology, no electricity, no nothing. You disagree because you're a moron, bro. Jim or not. How the fuck you gonna disagree with organic science? What's wrong with you? All right, so I was watching this thing about the Pyramid of Giza, right? These 2 archaeologists, you know, pyramid extraordinaires, you know the best thing they could come up with? That they had old tech of using vibrations to lift these blocks. Which I'm not saying I don't disagree, but if you're using some sort of vibration technology to lift these fucking blocks, right? These blocks that weigh a couple of tons, like 3 tons or whatever. If you're using vibrations to lift these things, what does vibrations really mean? It was telekinesis. Of course God is real. God is a scientist, a engineer. God has crazy technology. But God also has a crew, which are angels. Angels do God's dirty work. They did a lot of his dirty work. Excuse me, not a lot of his. Did a lot of God's dirty work in the quote-unquote Bible. Came here and fucked humans up. But you know, angels, they couldn't fornicate where they were at. They couldn't fornicate. So they came down and started fucking human women. They seen God's creation, was like, wait a minute, this shit looks good. Tits, ass, pussy, and I'm getting fellatio. Angels were coming down here getting sucked up, fucked, busting and fucking women, creating giants and mutations. Human beings weren't supposed to be 6'5", 6'6". Yo, that's the leftover angel sperm that carried down in human genetics and genes. If it was meant for human beings to be tall like that, the majority of human beings would be tall. That comes from a long line of angels that were fucking human women that's just been carried down in centuries and thousands of years. You said I'm tweaking? Yeah, I'm tweaking on your mom's clitoris. We're gonna create some fucking science after that. Until some people warn me of his past. What in the did I do in my past that just makes me this goddamn juggernaut? Shit. Sat across the stream in neutral and got help in neutral from V-Trigger. Hey, get the fuck off my screen, you fucking black ass spook. Think I remember that fucking 8 being black. The fuck offline, nigga. Let me go ahead and block that fucking orangutan out of my shit. If I had some crazy horrid past, where the records at? Guys, I must have committed grand larceny, arsony, robbed liquor stores, stole from people. Bro, I don't even know what these people are talking about when they say my past, when literally everything I've ever said was about rebuttal. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever was a... Yeah, they basically made the Hispanics surrender to blacks. I wonder if anybody that's Hispanic seen that movie was a little bit pissed off. Because I know black people would have been pissed off if we lost to the Hispanics. Even if it was a fictional movie, obviously blacks would have been mad. That's actually not low for my height. You know what's low is Wimby or something. 217 for 6'5" is not low. The fuck out of here, nigga. You know nothing about the human body. And you're not a scholar in the topic. I'm literally a scholar when it comes to kinesiology and everything. It's called a fucking degree. You are a unicycle beyond my migration. You are a universe beyond my... Alright, nigga, this way too much. Somebody 80'd out this bum ass nigga. People talking about justify, like, here's the funny thing I don't get. When dumb motherfuckers keep saying stupid shit like, you did so much shit. You did so much shit in the past. What the fuck did I do? Roast niggas in my chat that been bothering me every motherfucking day. Everything I do is rebuttal. I never say shit for no reason. Everything I've ever done is rebuttal. Somebody tried to troll me. Somebody said something in my chat. Somebody was basically on my dick. I've always done nothing but mind my own business. Any outburst or roast you guys seen has been because somebody's been bothering me. Somebody been stalking me. Somebody been on some dumb shit. Everything's been rebuttal. I never just say shit out the motherfucking blue. Say shit for no fucking reason. I've always been bothered, bro.
Dale.
To be a guy like this and drop videos. A rat, a snake, a coon, a worthless spook. I DM'd that Markman dude twice, left both my fucking shits on red, like I'm just some Triant onslaught of a nigga or some shit. Do I read science fiction? No. Because I don't want to be fictionized. I'm tired of being teased. Science fiction is just it's a tease. Why read science fiction when I love sci-fi? Well, the reason why I wouldn't feel bad about losing to Hayes when he's playing with Kazuya, because I know he can never do this to me with Kazuya and Taki. So this is fine with me. It's a morality booster for him. For some reason, these niggas think covering up my clocks means I can't find my own content. The dude will go all out to try to cover up every spectacle of the layout, everything. You dumbass nigga. You're gonna let somebody that's basically a kid tilt you at 53? Telling you, man, these niggas, they have no self-control. That's why we die early. Aneurysms, heart attack, combustion of over barbecue eating, and violence. Obviously, sometime in the future. Yo, not only is everybody dead, but they're like concorksed. If billionaires were smart, here's where I will put my money. If anybody steals it, you heard it from me first. We call it genetic matchmaking, where me and my future conceiver can literally go to a place where we both get our blood drawn, both get a swab of our DNA, it puts it in a machine, mixes it like this. And then basically in that machine, it has us, our stats, basically coagulated and formed together or whatever and matched up and seeing what type of seed that we would create. Trust me, when you're playing that hard, it's gonna cost you a lot more than $5 a month to be on my list to fill up your trash, garbage ass morality. You got it, now you're banned, bitch. Cancel your fucking membership. Fuck your $5, pussy. I guarantee you're not gonna get anything that's gonna boost your morality and make you feel as good as being in my shit for $5. Get the fuck up out of my shit, pussy. I'm gonna give you 60 seconds to gather your statement. You're gonna display it to the jury, and we're gonna come up with a proper decision on whether to crush your gem or keep you in fruition of the covenant.
Fruition.
Nothing new. So this video is about the sad state of Twitch. Now, I don't know what I have to do with that because randomly I blinked and then I was just sitting here on an afternoon, you know, like on the computer doing some business and my Twitch went boop. And I'm still waiting on that email, but that's oblivious. It's called the sad state of Twitch. Now I'm trying to figure out what I have to do with the sad state of Twitch. I want to say we came a long time away from Gold Nixon's. Look, all I gotta say, look, man, we came a long way from Gold Nixon's and graduated to Cartier, whatever you want to call it. I'm not trying to stunt because that's not my thing, but we have a lot of broke ass that are worried about my finances. They can't even tip the Richter scale and don't even know anything about me outside of me raging or talking, you know, collateral shit here and there on stream. Now, I would like all of you to blow my cock. And every time I say a spectacle of something, no matter what it is, anything negative, people that will capture that, put it on YouTube, submit emails to Twitch. This is why I don't fuck with honey badgers, bro. This is why I will never trust niggas. 100%. If you're black, I'm sorry, I can't trust you 100%. You know, I might be able to throw a football to you. But the second I sense a spectacle of honey badger juice on you, I know for a fact the type of nigga that you are. Oh, you said his leg got ran over by a snowplow? He got airlifted? All right, so if his leg got ran over, it just got crunched. It didn't get decapitated, did it? Wake up, dude. I just can't. I would even lose a spectacle of my life bar in a real Street Fighter game. Like, what the fuck was this nigga doing? The reason why God can be proven is because you have an asshole. I mean, to me, you just can't claim to be any type of smart on a grand scale. I don't think anybody's truly an atheist. If you're truly an atheist, starve yourself and don't eat any food and think that your body can survive without nutrients. Because if you're an atheist, you don't believe in a creator, you don't believe in science. Science always comes from a creator. Now, why the fuck would you do that? You know I don't do mirror matches. But you know what? I have this Like, how do you consume food and then you're still an atheist? That shit makes no sense. Like, don't you realize that when you put that food in your mouth, that's science? Who you think gave you the opportunity? Just a random ass Big Bang, a meteor hit another meteor, collided, made it so you can consume food, suck up the nutrients, metabolize the proteins to keep your body sustained. Like that. You're not seeing the connection? That's because you're an idiot. You're about to see a ban. That's why I had to ban that dude. Even if you think about the simplest and smallest things about humans, it all is there for a reason. The only reason we have nose hairs and eyebrows and eyelashes and everything like that in the first place is because it's to protect us from pollen and shit like that. It's sort of a filtration system. But why would we need a filtration system if humans' origin, if our DNA, the origin is from Earth? Humans' DNA and origin is not from Earth. Otherwise, we wouldn't need a filtration system. If the planet is perfect for us, why would we need that? When it says man was created in the image of God, right? Our creators live somewhere else. This planet was just like a placeholder. You ever seen like Prometheus, how they just like made a planet to put some shit here? To put some shit there to like store some shit? That's basically what we are. We're just a bunch of organic robots, you know, or a bunch of organic bots that's just here as an experiment. Nothing makes sense. It's all simulated. We can't even leave the fucking Earth because we're not supposed to. I mean, look at your boy. Like, I really don't got nothing to be mad at. Like, I mean, I'm never mad anyway.
What the fuck was that? How the fuck do you make a game scrubbier than Vive? Like, how? How do you do it? That nigga was trash, bro.
And he said once his children leave the nest, then that's on them to figure out with their life, right? So technically, and he said I got one daughter left. So if you really think about the way Floyd Mayweather was talking, he kind of like see, that's what smart people do. We talk about shit, but we code shit in the middle. It might sound like it's flatlined or whatever, but if you really think about what somebody's saying, like a lot of smart motherfuckers will code our words to the point where you like really got to think about the dexterity of what the fuck we're saying. If I'm fucking with a Latina that doesn't know Spanish, that's so weird to me. Like how the fuck are you Mexican and you don't know Spanish? That's very weird to me. That's like me growing up in Africa and fucking in synagogue and not speaking whatever language they speak. Well, you're Senegali if you're from synagogue. Bro, I swear, me and my friend when we were kids, we were so convinced that we could create a hoverboard. We used to play with like the tech decks and magnets and put the tech decks in between. Like, we were so convinced that because of the video game trick style, we can create hoverboards. All right, so before I watch it again, can you tell me why the fuck they wanted to communicate? Well, not why. What was the hypothesis of this movie and the conclusion?